Дорогі друзі, ми сьогодні розпочинаємо наш захід. Він в частині серії ротарійських подій, присвячених 10-річчю Дистрикта 2232. І дякуючи гостинним господарям American House Київ, ми об'єднуємо наш захід святкування з серією подій, які відбуваються до 250-річчя незалежності Сполучених Штатів Америки. Захід у нас англомовний, тому переходжу на англійську мову і далі продовжимо вже англійською. Dear friends, hello everybody. You are welcome to take part in this jointly event, which we prepared together with Rotary International District 2232 and America House Kyiv. Rotary stand with Ukraine for peace building and communities recovery. Not only Rotary, but all communities and our great friends from different countries continue to support Ukraine. And I am with pleasure invite to the stage our hospitality leader of America House program, Tetiana, please.
Дякую, Олю. Dear friends, welcome to America House Kyiv. My name is Tetiana Strelchenko. I'm America House Director. So grateful for all international partners to join us. I know it takes a lot of courage to come to Ukraine these days, and you being here is an important act of solidarity, friendship, and support. This year marks a lot of anniversaries, birthdays after birthdays. One of the most important celebrations that we have at America House this year is, of course, American Independence 250, Freedom 250, as we call this, huge celebration, set of events. And this program that we created together with Olga and the team is part of it. And I think, as already mentioned, this is also an important act of supporting peace building in Ukraine for all of us. As a Ukrainian, I thank everyone who supports our country. As America House Director, I thank you to choose America House as a partner for this important program and event. And I also know that there is another important birthday, another anniversary. It's a 10th birthday of Rotary in Ukraine. So congratulations. Thank you for all of the important things you are doing here in Ukraine. And I know that American friends will join us online and international partners will join us online. So I hope our program will be It's going beyond America House today, just this room. So it's in a hybrid format. So congratulations to everyone in the room and also who are joining us online. A very, very brief logistical announcement. Of course, we are in the state of war. So if there is an air raid alert, there will be some security restrictions, unfortunately. Our security guards will ask you to go downstairs to the first floor to wait till the air raid alert is over. You may choose to go to the nearest shelter. It's not far from here, only 2 minutes walk. Or you can choose to stay here and just wait till the air raid is over. Let's hope it doesn't happen tonight. Nothing will spoil our beautiful evening. With this, I'm passing the floor back to you. And thank you again, and we'll be in touch. Thank you all. Have a great evening together.
Yes, thank you, Tetiana. Tetiana Strelchenko, America House Program Director, and we continue. We continue to celebrate 10th anniversary of Rotary International District 2232. Rotary in Ukraine have more decades of history, and next year we will celebrate 35th anniversary of restoration of Rotary in Ukraine after Second Civil War and Second World War and after USSR period. But today it's the birthday of District 232 Ukraine, and we is a part of history of Rotary International, which celebrated 121 year this year, and Rotary International, of course, is a part of history of United States. That's why U.S. Freedom 250 is a part of our celebration, and we united together to have fun. It's not only fun to thank our friends who continue to support Ukraine, continue to follow humanitarian aid inside our country, and continue to help victims of war in Ukraine. During this event, I will have two moderators who will help me. It's National Coordinator of our District 2232 Rotary in Ukraine, Past District Governor Sergei Zavadský.
Good evening to everybody.
And our district International Service Committee Chair, Andriy Cherepanov.
I'm just helper to Sergey and Olga.
Rotary Club Kyiv City, Rotary Club Mykolaiv. And as you know, we have here many on the base, many Rotarians from different countries, from Germany, from United Kingdom, from Denmark. From United States, of course. We will have our guests online from Sweden, from Japan, from many guests and many participants and many friends from United States, from different states, and we will organize some competition maybe between them with greetings, but since the 7 o'clock p.m., official event will start with all official senior leaders of Rotary International. And now, microphone is yours. I think that we need to have several speakers from official authorities. Andriy Danik, the head of State Emergency Services of Ukraine, could not be in person with us because of emergency reasons of earthquake in Venezuela. But Roman Primush, co-deputy of Andriy Danik, is here with us online. And Roman, please, microphone is yours.
Thank you, dear friends, dear colleagues. First of all, I want to thank you so much for supporting Ukraine, supporting our population, supporting State Emergency Service of Ukraine during these terrible times and very tough conditions that we face now. For us, cooperation with the Rotary is a very important component of our strengths, because from the very beginning of the war, the situation in Ukraine is changing every year. So the challenges that we face change every year. We have the new threats that enemy give us every time, and always it's very important to have support every time, every time flexible, and every time in that moment that we need. And I want to thank all the partners who involved in this process, because I remember that when we started very tough situation in winter, and we have you know about that we have a very difficult situation in Kyiv, especially when the enemy targeted our energy infrastructure, our critical infrastructure, and many people live without heating, without water, without energy. And Rotary is one of the organizations that provided very important support with the heating equipment, with the generators, with the different types of materials that we needed for the rescue the population, with supported population. That's one of the key important things that we've done during the war. Also, we have lots of different projects in the regions, when the Rotary clubs in the region supporting our units with the special vehicles, cars. Unfortunately, we are one of the priority target for the enemy, and unfortunately we lost our people. Unfortunately, we lost our units, and this support is very important and critical for us. Also, we have a huge program of support our medicine, because we have our own capacity in the medicine sphere, and we're trying to support our population, and we're trying to support our rescue units with the medicine. So we have a very broad cooperation, and take this opportunity. It's an honor for me to be present here today. I want to say thank you for Rotary Club Ukraine, for Rotary clubs in covered whole territory of Ukraine, in each of the region, each of the city, and for all international participants, Rotary participants who support in Ukraine and support in CESU. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roman. Thanks to disaster grants, global grants, and private donations of different partners from Rotary side, from different countries, we, together with Rotary World, continue to support state emergency services, our rescues and firefighters. And several participants today, I think, will say their words about their projects jointly with Rotary in Ukraine, our district. But now I want to give a word to Alexander Slobozhan, please, because this year we signed several official memorandums from Rotary, with Rotary in Ukraine, with state emergency services in August, and with other local authorities. One of them was association, all Ukrainian Association of Cities. Alexander Slobozhan as director. Yes, please. Microphone is yours. Several words from you. If you need help with translation, Sergei Zavadski will help you.
Thank you very much. I representative Association of Ukrainian Cities. Now association consists of 1,084 municipalities. It's big cities, middle cities, small cities, settlements and villages, all territory of Ukraine. Now 400 municipalities occupied for Russian Federation, but it's our members, and we helped these municipalities because people, business, local authorities relocate in central part of Ukraine, western part of Ukraine, and we are very grateful for this memorandum for Rotary, and many our members, municipalities, have a partnership with American cities, American municipalities, European municipalities, and member of Rotary Club. It's active people who helped on this relation with our municipalities, Ukrainian and international municipalities. In United States of America, it's people say it sister cities. Sister cities. Today and all this year, it's 250 anniversary of independent United States of America, and this event and all event in our communities where Rotary Club, your brothers, sisters, we together prepared events when translate films about independent of United States. We lecture about these flags, молитовні сніданки. Praying breakfast. Maybe you know, in this where are central government, municipal government, and many guests together. It's a traditional, American traditional, and in these communities we prepared proper breakfast. Yes. That is all. How you question? I start ask this. Answer.
Thank you, Alexander. In the program, we were supposed to give a vote to a representative of diplomatic missions. We have invited some to participate, and unfortunately, most of them, they are busy. We understand this is a period of time when they have a lot of activities and to coordinate. Therefore, I would like to come to our guests, Rotarians, who has come from different countries, and thank you for taking this journey and join us in this hard time. We know that to visit Ukraine in the time of war is not a simple task for many, and thank you for taking this risk and joining us. And I would like to continue with the two persons representing Rotary in Germany, Jörg Kutzim, who is leading the task force of district governors in Germany to help Ukraine, and Friedrich Honerlein, who is leading the intercountry committee, German section of the intercountry committee, Germany-Ukraine. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Sergey. Thank you, Olga. Where is Olga?
I'm here.
Ah, great.
Together with technical.
So I'm very happy and a little proud to be here in front of you today. We had a very good day. For me, it's the first time in Ukraine. I've been leading this task force since 1 year now, and I'm more than happy that Sergey took the possibility to show us around today. We looked at some of our projects, but just one word about the task force. The task force was founded in Germany 2 days after the beginning of the war in 22, and it consists of members of all districts and has a clear task to coordinate and to support. We don't have the task to hinder anything, so if clubs know what they are doing and have good contacts like you have got, they do this with their contact clubs in the Ukraine. But when there are questions, when there are topics to be dealt with, we are on board and we know the answers normally, or we try to know the answers. And of course we know the answers because we have got very good counterparts in Ukraine. First perhaps to be named Sergei Zavadski and others as well, which help us a lot because we are clear, we want to know what we are doing. We don't want just to donate money, we want to know where the money goes to in order to not waste anything. And I think, and that's my clear opinion, even if the war would end tomorrow, we would have to continue. No doubt, because we have a lot of work to do. When we were at the medical stations today, looked at the bridge, which was completely destroyed. I think this will be a marathon. This is not a short-term run. It's a marathon which we all have to deal with. I can only say I'm more than astonished is perhaps the wrong word, impressed about the resilience of the Ukrainian people who deal with this situation since 5 years. And when I'm told in Germany, hey Jörg, when I'm tired to donate money, then I say, go to Ukraine and talk to people who are really tired. So, thanks for your resilience, and we're happy to support you.
Thank you for your support and help.
Jo, and I have a few words about the ICC in Germany, and I see familiar faces, which I like, because the last few district conferences I've been here, and it's always nice to meet friends, and I always feel very welcome here. To the ICC, just for information, the older Rotarians amongst you might still know my predecessor, Sasha Kirjuchin and Günter Kropak. I took over in 2018 from the two, the ICC, and since that time I'm heading the German Ukrainian ICC, and in 2022 actually right away after the task force has been started, we did weekly meetings, except maybe a handful of times when I wasn't there. So every Saturday since that time we have a meeting of the ICC. And of course the ICC is not only ICC, we have, I would say, roughly 15 active members. And on the Ukrainian side, Sergey, thank you very much again for your presence in the ICC. Boris is often there. And since a few weeks now, Vasil Polonsky, that took over from Boris and shares work with him. So I really appreciate your help. On the German side, we have several ones. I can't mention all, from Hans-Jürgen Leuchs with the metal transports and all very active Rotarians. Thanks to the Ukrainian members of the ICC, and thanks also, I saw Thomas Franke, I saw on the list, it seems, he is also an active member, he is also online at the moment, thanks to all of them. And then I stop. The very last thing is that there's a speciality in our ICC in Germany, which I really like because we work together with Austria, so with members of the Austrian ICC, and with members of the Swiss, which is newly created, the Switzerland-Ukraine ICC. And this is a nice thing that these German-speaking countries, that we coordinate projects together. Thanks a lot, and I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jörg Fritz. I would like to propose to go ahead with maybe some other representatives of Rotary in Germany who are here. And one of them is Klaus Muchow, who is leading some supportive Ukraine missions. And Klaus, tell us more about your job and why you are here with us. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much that we got the chance to go to this event. I have to go a little bit back in the history. It was in the beginning of, or in the late autumn of 2022, when I called Ola the first time. And I said to her, I have a lot of money. I got it from donors in Germany. We want to help you in this situation. And out of this situation, we spent a lot of needs here. That was a couple of maybe 20, 50 trucks full of beds and generators, everything what we can brought. We bought from it, and out of this situation is grown a very, very good friendship between our clubs, between Ola and Andre and all other ones here in the Ukraine. And for example, I gave Ola promises when we have the 10th visit here in the Ukraine. I come with a motorbike, and we did it. So there were two challenges. I say to her, when the war is over, we come by motorbike, and or you have a celebration. And now we are here with my both friends, with Dave and Fiti. We made the whole way down to Kiev, and tomorrow we're going to Cherkasy. And what I want to say, out of the need to help, it's grown a nice and very deep friendship between our clubs, our structure, our districts in Germany, our clubs, and we will support you to the end of the war. I promise you. No. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Klaus. Now I would like to give a word to representative of the Rotary in the United Kingdom. We have here past District Governor Michael Fernando, who is one of the leaders of so-called WASH, Rotary Support Ukraine Group. Michael, please come and you know what is WASH? It's about water and sanitation in Rotary terms. Please, Michael. Thank you.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. As Sergei said, my name is Michael Fernando, and I bring greetings from the Rotary Club of Yeovil in the United Kingdom. When the war broke out in Ukraine 4 years ago, I happened to be the district governor in half of southwest England. And since then, it's been my honour and privilege to serve in the Ukraine International Water Rotary Group. This has had members of Rotarians from all over the world, including the United States, and our hosts in Ukraine. Giants of Rotary such as Mark Gittleman, Boris Bodnar, our district governor Ola, and many others, too many to name, have been part of this drive. I've been in awe of the resilience that Ukrainians have shown in the face of adversity, and the world, you are an example to the world of how to stand up to adversity. But above all, I thank you for your friendship. Slava Ukraini.
Thank you, Michael. You all know that today we have a special day. In addition to this event, we had already one event, and today two inter-country committees were born. One is between Rotary in Ukraine and Rotary in Denmark. And we have here past district governor Peter Zink, who is representing Rotary in Denmark, and he will be leading, as of now, the Danish section of the inter-country committee between Rotary in Denmark and Rotary in Ukraine. Peter, stage is yours.
Thank you. It's fantastic to be here almost at a 250th anniversary day, especially when you represent a kingdom that is 1,000 years old. Sorry, but actually the kingdom of Denmark, Greenland and Faroe Islands are 1,000 years old, the same family all the way. Well, I'm not going to tell about the history of Denmark. I'm going to say that United States, they are sharing the day because of 250 years of freedom. And the word freedom is what I'm going to speak about. Because you, Ukrainian, my Ukrainian friends, you are fighting for freedom. And all us freedom-loving people must support you, whether we are from Europe, the States, or anywhere else on the globe. We must support you because you don't only find your war. You're fighting a war for Europe and for the world. How come I say for the world? It's because dictators and wannabe dictators, they are all over, not only in Russia, all over the world. And that is actually what we fight. And we fight it with the Charter of Rotary. If you look into the Charter of Rotary, that is exactly the opposite of being dictators. It's respecting people, respecting different minds, respecting different opinions, and helping the people that need help. So, sorry, this is a bit different what I'm saying here, but I find it is very essential what you are doing, and we support you. And then remember, we all know the story about Goliath and David. David was the small one, Goliath was the big one with muscles. But David had the brain. To me, Ukraine is David. So I'm sure you're going to win. And Russia, sorry Russia, you're Goliath. You're not doing too good. And we will be here supporting you all the way. I'm looking so much forward to meet you, as I said earlier today, in peacetime, when you have won, when you have ended the war on your terms. So I'm looking forward to that, and thank you, all of you, for supporting Ukraine. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you. And as far as I know, we have online our friend from Rotary Sweden, Erik Lundqvist. Erik, are you with us? Erik is leading the special team which was created, which is called Rotary Sweden Helps Ukraine. But also, as of today, he will be leading the Swedish section of the Inter-Country Committee Sweden-Ukraine. Erik, are you with us, Erik? Yes, yes, we see you. Okay, okay, go ahead, please.
So, dear Rotary friends, with great interest I accompanied this session tonight. I had a similar great opportunity earlier today when we had a great meeting to introduce Sweden as a partner in the international inter-country committee network. You see, for me personally, it has been special significance because it reminds me of my first visit to Ukraine in the year of 2024. I visited the district conference and I visited local Rotary projects as well. Overall, that visit to Ukraine has become the greatest Rotary experience in my life. In my life. So, maybe you can't imagine, but at that time and since then, I have found both hope and trust in the Ukrainians when it's so hard days, but still we can recognize hope and trust of the future. So Rotary Sweden celebrated in March, 3 months ago, its 100th anniversary. And we had a very great opportunity at that time to invite 6 honorable Rotarians of Ukraine, playing a great role at our 100-year anniversary. And we signed at that time a memorandum of understanding on the Rotary Foundation concept about how to cooperate within Sweden. We have 6 districts, and in the concept of Rotary in Sweden helps Ukraine, we have weekly meetings together with all the district governors, but also, and more important, to every site where we have projects going on. So we, in one hand, we deliver equipment for hospitals and so on. You are so well known to that situation, but we also have good talking to local community people and school leaders and even students in the school. And I have found that is really the ICC concept. So we are now very happy to join your movement, and from today and forward, we have the ambition to do the best. Thank you for attention.
Thank you very much, Eric. I just want to, as a point of interest for Eric, to report to him that during our short trip this morning together with Jörg and Fritz, we had just a chance to pass by one of the medical stations which was installed due to help of Rotary Sweden, and it was so much for us. We were happy to see that it is operating, and nurses are there waiting for patients if they need to come for some medical support. And these nurses are from Donetsk area, so they are displaced people. So they receive job there. Thank you, Rotary Sweden. Thank you, Rotary Germany. Thank you, all Rotary representatives who are here to helping us to do good for people in Ukraine. Thank you.
I will continue just now because we just now will start our online session together with international partners. The majority of them are from United States, but we have our friends from Switzerland as well online now, from Canada, and from Japan. John Gevka just now, General Secretary of Rotary International, is a speaker on another event in Roma, in Europe, and he sent me a message that he will be online with us maybe after 40 minutes, not earlier, because at the same time another Rotary event is held abroad. And we will start this English-speaking session together with our Rotarians and friends on Zoom. But at first, as usually, all our Rotary events, we started from minute of silence because we need to be grateful to honor our heroes who continue to fight for freedom and independence of Ukraine. Please, minute of silence. Continue to unite for good. Please sit down, and we will share with all our participants a video about Ukraine. And we hope and we will visual this peaceful and goodness Ukraine after we will finish. After we will win, short video, and I will present to everybody a short small present. Let it be a surprise for you, and we will visual helpful and peaceful Ukraine, and in future it will materialize. Okay, please, Ukraine.
Привіт, світ. Я Україна. Я вирішила розповісти тобі про себе, щоб ми стали ближче знайомі. Я народилась теплого літнього дня, 24 серпня у 1991 році. Мені лише 30, але я маю велике коріння, що проростає глибоко у історії. Мої пращури – це мудрий та хоробрий народ, який залишив мені велику культуру та згартував мій характер. Я маю власну мову, власні традиції, власну кухню. В мені є моря та полонини, ріки та пустелі, поля та ліси. І, можливо, це трохи зухвало, але я дуже гарна дівчина. Мої діти – українці, сильні та сміливі, талановиті, розумні, дотепні, креативні, доброзичливі, щирі та вільні духом люди. Я пишаюся ними, як і кожна мати пишається своїми дітьми. Пишаюся їхніми винаходами, їх рекордами, їх творчістю, їх працелюбством. Так, їх понад 40 мільйонів, і звісно ж, як і в кожній великій родині, вони не завжди знаходили спільну мову. Втім, було так багато щасливих моментів. Усі ці роки я виховувала в них любов до свободи, жагу бути вільними. Наразі випала війна. Ті, хто звик жити в темряві, вирішили назавжди знищити мене та нашу свободу. На долю кожного мого покоління падали тяжкі випробування. І зараз для нас знову настали темні часи. Моїм дітям доводиться захищати мене. І вони це роблять вправно, адже вони мої. Хоробрі та сильні. Нам зараз дуже складно, але ми, як справжня родина, об'єдналися, аби бути разом, підтримувати одне одного. Сьогодні ми боремося, але не боїмося. Бо так ми виховані. Ми вистоїмо. Я знаю це. Мої рани загояться, і діти мої заживуть. Мене звати Україна. Я справді відчуваю твою підтримку, світу. І дуже дякую тобі за це. Ми обов'язково переможемо. І я буду чекати на тебе в гості. До зустрічі.
And we have greetings and special message from Rotary International President Francesca Arezzo.
want to send to you my best wishes and my best greetings for your 10th anniversary of this wonderful district, District 2232. My best wish.
Every day we continue to live under air alarms, drone and rocket attacks. And it's not only our fight for freedom and independence, it's our fight for Ukrainian culture. It's terrible pictures and terrible videos, but our foreign friends could see all this every day on different TV channels all over the world. And we have a special guest now today as well, Rotary International past Vice President, my colleague, Dr. Pat Meriwether-Agres from District 6450 from Illinois, from United States. And we, together with Pat Meriwether, after full-scale invasion from the very beginning, continue to support medical institutions and medical humanitarian aid projects, and following aid and help and support of our colleagues, doctors Rotarians from International Rotary Fellowship of Healthcare Professionals inside Ukraine. Pat is the board member of this fellowship and is the board member of Rotary Action Group for Mental Health Initiatives. And after Pat, we will share with you video from past Rotary International President Gordon McKinley, who is the patron of this Rotary Action Group. Pat, please, microphone is yours.
Thank you, and good day, everyone, and congratulations, Dr. Ola, on a wonderful program. And to all of you, I think you all know that Rotarians around the world and Rotaractors and Interactors all stand with you. So we're very happy to be here. We wish it was under different circumstances, but we hope that the circumstances change soon. I'm going to talk a little bit about a fellowship and a Rotary Action Group. These are communities that come together, for example, the International Rotary Fellowship of Healthcare Professionals. When the war started, we knew that emergency services were going to be at the front line. We needed to protect the people that were on the front line, and also that the supplies and equipment, something that people, you don't prepare for a war and taking care of the wounded, and that was something that we all came together. I know for our district, we sent hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment and supplies, and again, just amazed at all the work that has been done by Rotary in terms of providing support services, and it continues to this day. And so the Fellowship of Healthcare Professionals, they keep everyone aware of what are the needs and how we can meet them, who's in the position to help out. On the other side, there's a Rotary Action Group on mental health initiatives. And Dr. Ola is involved in both the fellowship as well as the Rotary Action Group. And it's focused on the mental health portion. Many times we spend, and we should spend time on the physical, but there's also the mental health. And what's unique about this situation that many people will never experience is it's being fought on in the land. So the Ukrainians are exposed to it. It's not only the frontline workers and the frontline military, it's also everyone connected, whether it's teachers, whether it's, you know, the healthcare professionals, but it's also the children, and that's the generations to come. So working with the Mental Health Initiative, they are providing opportunities and information and tools that they can use to help deal with the wounds of war, the invisible wounds of war. And as a parent that had a couple of sons in the military at war, I can tell you that it's a very hard road, and if you don't have help and guidance and assistance, you sometimes, again, it leads to other things that are not good. So I wish that everyone, you know, when we talk about ending the war, the war at home begins. That's the battle that people will face in terms of physical and mental health initiatives. So I want to say we'll be there to help, we'll be there to aid, and there's resources available, but we also are going to learn from you that the wounds of war should be avoided at any cost. And certainly, you know, the atrocities that we've seen should not be repeated. So with that, I wish you the best, and know that the fellowship and the Rotary Action Group on Mental Health are here to support you, and basically, we love you. We do.
Thank you, Pat, a lot, and you're welcome to our district conference on Saturday as speaker, because we will have a special English-speaking international service session, and we will speak about our medical projects, about professional exchange programs, VTT programs, and so on. And now we have a special speech and announcement from past Rotary International President Gordon McKinnelly. Please.
Greetings, my dear friends. It is a real pleasure and a privilege to join you today, albeit virtually, and to address this important conference dedicated to peace building and community recovery in Ukraine. At the heart of every conflict are people. Families separated from loved ones, communities disrupted, livelihoods lost, and futures placed in uncertainty. Yet at the heart of every recovery are also people, individuals who choose hope over despair, cooperation over division, and service over self-interest. It is these people who inspire us and who remind us that even in the most challenging of circumstances, recovery is possible. The people of Ukraine have demonstrated extraordinary courage, resilience, and determination in the face of immense hardship. Across towns and cities, communities have come together to support one another, to care for the vulnerable, and to rebuild what has been damaged. These acts of solidarity are not only helping people survive the present, they are laying the foundations for a stronger and more peaceful future. Peacebuilding is often thought of as a political process, and indeed political leadership is essential. However, lasting peace is built not only through agreements signed in meeting rooms, but through trust rebuilt in communities. It's created when neighbours feel safe again, when children can return to school, when healthcare services are restored, and when people are given opportunities to contribute to their society with dignity and with purpose. Community recovery and peace building are therefore inseparable. One cannot succeed without the other, and Rotary will play an important part in bringing about these things. Recovery provides the stability and confidence that enable reconciliation, while peace creates the conditions necessary for recovery to flourish. Together, they form a cycle of hope and renewal. As members of Rotary, we have a responsibility to ensure that recovery efforts are inclusive and locally led. The voices of communities must be heard and respected. Women, young people, older adults, people living with disabilities, and those who have been displaced all have valuable perspectives and contributions to make. Sustainable recovery depends upon empowering people, not simply assisting them. We must also recognise the importance of mental health and well-being. The wounds of conflict are not always visible. Emotional and psychological recovery requires patience, understanding, and sustained rapport. By investing in mental health services, community networks, and opportunities for social connection, we strengthen resilience and help communities heal together. Today, as we consider the challenges ahead, let us also recognise the opportunities before us. Recovery is not merely about restoring what existed before. It's about creating stronger, more inclusive, and more resilient communities for future generations. I remain hopeful because I have seen the power of compassion, volunteerism, and community action. Time and again, people facing adversity have shown an extraordinary capacity to support one another and to rebuild with determination and dignity. So let us continue to work together in partnership, guided by humanity, respect, and a shared commitment to peace. By investing in communities, strengthening social bonds, and placing people at the centre of our efforts, we can help create a more hopeful future where peace is not simply the absence of conflict, but the presence of opportunity, justice, and hope. Thank you so much. Slava Ukraini.
Thank you, Past President Gordon. And now we will follow microphone to Past District Governor Diana Nesterova from District 7910 from United States. Because together with Diana, we realized much children support humanitarian aid projects and continue to unite for good our friends and partners for global grant programs. Please, Diana, microphone is yours.
Thank you, Olya. It's so good to see you all. We've been partners for so many years. It's good that we've been partners for so many years, but it is not good that we had to partner for the past 4 years more than before. I want to tell you a little bit of a history. Back in 1992, one of our clubs in our district, 2 other clubs in the United States, 2 in Canada and 1 in the United Kingdom, were sponsoring the first Rotary Club in Kiev. And we feel so much part of the family. We always feel part of the family of Rotary just because we are Rotary. But in this particular occasion, it is really very close to our hearts. I personally got involved right after the 24th of February 4 years ago, when one of our clubs, they found a medical doctors that could provide the first needs, the first necessities to our friends in Ukraine. And this is how the whole grants for Ukraine started back in 2020, oh my God, two. During those years, we started very close relationships. We helped our friends. We laughed together. We cried together. And we created a friendship for a lifetime, as what we do in Rotary. Thank you all. I do see that I have in call our one of our Rotarians, Roy Balfour, who was instrumental in starting the very first club in Ukraine back in 1992. And I really want to thank him and everybody else involved in that. And Olha and I, we met together a week ago in Taipei, and that's a continuance of our friendship and family for life. Thank you all.
Thank you, Diana. We have online Roy Balfour. She mentioned Roy. Roy, if you can join Diana and say also a few words. Thank you for your personal support to coordinate a lot of people in the US and Canada and around the world for helping Ukraine. Roy, microphone is yours.
Thank you. Personally, it's my honor of my life to be one of the 6 co-sponsors of the first Kyiv Club in 1991. And along with Edinburgh, Scotland, Olive is here. The relationship is 36 years. And it was my honor also to be there on the very first Independence Day in Ukraine. And regrettably, we had to put all those 6 sponsor clubs back together again when the war began to help, again, engage in helping our fellow Rotarians and people in Ukraine. And as Diana pointed out, we broke the mold on a few things. One was that she's referring to a disaster response grant. Remember, we all raised $15.5 million, and it was going to be doled out in disaster response grants at $25,000 each. We broke that mold, okay, and we're able to put that money to work within days of the war beginning. So it's been my honor all these years to help in any way we can, and especially our fellow co-sponsor clubs that are in attendance today. And I'm also pleased for 2 things. One, it's so gracious of you to do this event in English. That was very nice of you. Okay. And second, members of our district are here. Ingrid is here from the Rotary Club of Concord, and we have obviously Olive, another co-sponsor from Edinburgh, Scotland as well. So our relationship is 36 years old, and we will continue that for as long as it's necessary. And so anytime you guys need help, and we try to get the co-sponsor clubs to engage on these various grants, please let me know, and we'll see if we can get engagement. Thank you so much for your patience and your time.
Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, Roy. And continue to be in touch. And we will have additional time for all our friends from the United States to say several words of greetings after official part of the event. And now I will follow microphone to Past District Governor Shep Elavar with his wife Bricia from District 5300, United States. And together with Shep, he's a great ambassador of Ukraine. We continue to realize global grant projects to find new partners for approving such global grant projects. 1 week ago, we met together with SHEP at first in Kiev, then in Taipei, and together with our participants today in Taipei. And as a secret, I think all know that SHEP was the first donor who followed funds for new established District 232 Ukraine pooled endowed fund. And Shep, please, microphone is yours.
Well, you know, I'm honored and privileged to be among such great-hearted, kind people in one setting, you know, from every corner of the world, to be here just talking about their goodness in their heart and their great help to the people of Ukraine who are really resilient throughout this whole thing. Olha, first of all, I wanna congratulate you on your year. Well done. You're awesome, and I want to congratulate all your Rotarians being with you all this your journey of governorship. I couldn't be more happy to see that a lot of people from every corner, especially ICCs from around the world, helping Ukraine. I met a lot of you in Taipei, Diana, Marsha, you know, few of you. So I'm happy to say, you know, to see you over there and just shake your hand and thank you, because my grandfather always says, with thanks and pray, good things will stay. And I want to thank all of you who is helping Ukraine. You know, one small thing or big thing. And he always told me that, you know, when you build a great castle, every little nail counts. So everything you do for Ukraine helps. Roy, you know, you talked too soon about helping something in Ukraine. So I got a global grant for you. It is listed. I posted it, so you can just go on it right now, and I can see if you donated money or not. So, you know, instantly. But I would like to speak to you about our journey with our Ukrainian friends. I mean, we started in 2018 with Mykola Stabienko, and thank you very much, Mykola, for being our friend all these years. Sergey, thank you also for being our aid, our hands when we went to Ukraine. I know we were in 22, that's in the middle of the war. I think we were the first people to touch the ground in Ukraine. A lot of you asked us, why are you here? I said, we are good. We are friends in good time, but also we are friends in bad times. And we are here to see how we can help. And since then, our club alone has done 4 global grants with Ukraine. And I want to show you a few pictures from this last trip, because we got to Ukraine on the 31st, and we left on the 7th. We got to Mykolaiv and visited our wine project that will give the livelihood for the winemakers, and we drank a lot of wine. You know, I can tell you, we were happy. We were happy in Ukraine, but we can hear some bombs hitting on the other side of the river. But we were happy. You know, it's just to be there with you, Mykola, with your wife, and with Christina, who is in the army and sat down and sang with us. And guess what? We made her a member of Rotary around the same moment in the dinner. And that was the highlight of our trip. So I would like to share with you, you know, some pictures, because Pat Merriweather, you hit it on the nose of the health, the mental health. And we put a global grant, which was a pilot, about $84,000, and I'll show you some pictures right now. So you can see what we have done with the wives and the children of the fallen heroes in Ukraine and Poland. That's the camp we were in. So let me see if I can share my screen and stop talking a little bit. Let me say start sharing screen. Okay, start broadcast. Let me see. Okay. Here's we were in Mykolaiv. Let me see if I can stop the oh, it's gonna run. So I'm not gonna figure it out right now. Let me see if I can stop it. Okay, this is the winery that we put in solar refrigeration and also and generate, so the people of Ukraine can plant, bring their wine. This is the winery where we were. It's a little hotel that we stayed with Georgie and his family. It's beautiful setting. I love the setting, and we ate and we tried all the wines from the wineries. And this gentleman over here, his name is Matt from Texas. He donated $35,000 for the first global grant for mental health. He joined us from the bottom, from Moldova up to Mykolaiv and to Kiev, and also to the. He's a great man, and he put another $165,000 in the new global grant. And here's some of the pictures on the dinner. And also, we have helped plant 11,000 grapes in the fields. So now they have a cooperative that formed of 5 wineries. Then we teach how to make wine, because we supported also all the wine equipment to make the wine. Now they're making wine from their old crops, but now for the future, well, these are the vines you can see. They're a year or year and a half old. This is Georgie, our partner, and he is the chair of the cooperative of the wine. We went in a field that still there's some bombs right in the ground, so we took the opportunity to take pictures with that. So, and now we initiated the global grant. I mean, initiated because it's already been funded. So you can see on the board in the behind us, Minds to Vines, and it's peace through agriculture. So you can see the members from the club, from the local club, came and joined us. This is right in the winery place where you can make your wine. And now this singer, it just took my mind, it blew my mind. She is so great, and she belongs to that, what they call it, group in the back with Mikola, and she sang so good and stuff, and I suggested that she become a member, and she said yes. And you know what? To help her out, we paid all her dues for membership, and that's how we would like to see other Rotarians do around the world. So again, we travel where? To Kiev. And Olha, thank you again for inviting us over to your meeting and with Europe and stuff. And that was a great meeting with you, and then Governor-elect also. And she was a great lady. She took us on a tour in all of Ukraine, downtown Ukraine. Then afterwards, we went to Volin, one of our members. He is the chair for the camp, for the health camp in Volin. So he's to the right. I forgot names, so my mind is scattered. So just forgive me for I did not forget the story. So, and these people are great. This is the project that we have done. It's with district with RC Kharkiv and Las Vegas One, my club, and Healing Together Mothers and Children. And we have the videos for the local news came and gave us interviews for all of us with the Rotary Act and the Rotarians helping this camp. It is a heartbreaking camp, but you know what? We have seen how children have snapped out of it. by the second day. And you can see how happy they are, they're functioning. We went to the forest, I showed them how to use sticks and discover things in the forest, but also the camp directors, the camp owners, they were absolutely great. And they belong also to the Club of Fallen. You can see them right here with their uniform, and I gave every single one of them a pin from Rotary because they want something special from Rotary, and I gave them a pin from Rotary, all of them. So, and they were so happy. This is the camp, and that's where we all met, and that's where the interviews were going. This is pictures of them doing art and whatever. So these are small pictures. I have about 2,000 pictures in this trip. So, and you can see, we bonded. The kids bonded with us. It doesn't matter, they wanted to hug us. They wanted to sit on our lap. I know what Rotary would say, but these kids, they don't have fathers. The male figure is for them is big, and I hope we did give them the male figure. This is my partner from Texas, and we were sitting on the balcony of our place, and look at that. I mean, they're all great kids. My wife had a great fun. She had a lot of stuff from the clubs, and also I made a fire for them, and we have marshmallow right there in front of the place, and they were really having great fun right here in the woods. We go to the woods and we discover things just to get their mind off things. These kids are so beautiful, and they love to have that 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". I think in Ukraine, you'll hear me now. 6'7" is known, for them, and that's the connection. Look at the beautiful face. I cannot, you can't do anything but love them, and here's that they are 6'7", and my partner Mercy said, let's do 4'7". It's the four weight test and 7 areas of focus, and then they start to say 4'7". So it was great. You see, this kid especially, they painted paintings, and I bought all their paintings. So to make them believe that they are doing something, and I bought all their paintings. But you can see some of them did not snap out of it, and we exchanged some gifts, and they mold these figures, and then my wife really bonded with the wives of these children. And I just want to thank you again for all your support for Ukraine. And if you scan this QR right here, you can go in and it's easy. It's really easy to go in and donate to the funds for the endowment that this district started. It will help them not now, in the future. And also, I posted my global grant that's going to be in the future. It's in our name, but most of the money coming from Texas. This gentleman is putting $165,000, but also at the in Taipei, we got commitment for over $70,000. So we're on our way for $397,000 because we want to include all of Ukraine. We're planning on 40 camps in Ukraine. So I want to just thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done. Let me see if I can stop sharing and stop and go back, and I want to see your faces again. So thank you again for all the opportunities that you allow us to do and help in Ukraine. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Shehab, for your great job, and thank you for new connections with Arch Clone Society members and for all our events which we continue to do together during Taipei Rotary Convention and hope soon as well. We need to ask to change some speakers because Kevin Rowley, he's the chief of Firefights at Ukraine Foundation, and we are late today, and he needs to be in another place. That's why, Manuel, please, I will follow microphone at first to Kevin Rowley, Firefighters at Ukraine Foundation, Edmonton, Alberta from Canada. He will share our jointly great work together from during many years for helping rescues and firefighters in Ukraine. And after him, Igor Kruk from Calgary, Canada, will speak about youth exchange programs, new possibilities, and then we will return to Manuel, please, okay? But at first, we need to share a video with thanks, short video about children in need in Ukraine, because many of our partners and friends from different countries continue to support children rehabilitation camps and children humanitarian aid programs. Children in Ukraine are all in need. They continue to live under air alarms every day, continue education in the shelters, and of course we speak every day about children of our fallen heroes. More than 50% of all our clubs support programs for children of our heroes in 14 regions. And we will share with you a short video, please. Kevin, please. Kevin Rowley.
Good day, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you very much, Laura. As she mentioned, my name is Kevin Royal. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I am one of the founders of Firefighter Aid Ukraine. And I always like to open and tell Rotarians how the project was started. In 2012, I was fortunate enough to be selected to take part in a Rotary group study exchange focused on emergency services in Ukraine. And it was on that trip that I was exposed to the conditions that firefighters were working in, and saw the lack of equipment, the lack of supplies, the lack of apparatus that they were trying to protect their communities and loved ones without having all that vital equipment. So when I returned to Canada, I began sourcing out equipment for those firefighters there. And we established Firefighter Aid Ukraine, and in 2014, we delivered our first container full of equipment. The project was very successful, but it was largely in part to the support we received from the Rotary clubs that we met on our group study exchange. And to date, Rotary has been the backbone of our project and our programs. And throughout the years that we've been working in Ukraine, they've always been supportive. They've always assisted us with funding. We've worked with Rotary clubs in multiple districts, in multiple countries. So to that, I'm very, very grateful that Rotary was able to expose me to Ukraine, to the need there, and to continue to support us in our projects. To date, our organization has delivered over 500 metric tons of equipment in the form of personal protective equipment, surgical instruments, rescue tools and equipment, vehicles, and additional training. So when we started out, we were focused on providing equipment, but quickly we realized that we needed to support in other methods of training. So we began teaching programs in Ukraine that dealt with medical, tactical combat casualty care, first aid, stop the deadly bleed training. We also provided training on hydraulic tool extrication use and building stabilization. We provided training in swift and static water rescue. We provided training in tactical rope rescue. We actually had a canine that was trained in explosive and search and rescue detection. And a torch was delivered to Ukraine, and while there, our canine rescue team also conducted trainings in those fields of search and rescue and and explosive detection as well. We will continue to work with Ukraine in a number of different aspects and a number of different projects. We do hope that we are able to continue supporting Ukraine with vehicles, with high-level medical training. We're in the process of doing so with the Canadian government. We just returned from about almost a full month in May. I was able to see Ola there. It was great to see her again. But we conducted training in extremely high-level capacity in Ukraine. So we're working on conducting more training in that as well. But I guess you know, I'm able to see a whole bunch of old familiar faces in this conference, both in the audience and online. And I hope to get the opportunity to meet so many more of you and continue to receive the support that we so vitally need from Rotary clubs around the world. So we never know when we need to call on Rotarians in different countries and different districts. So I wish I could stay longer, but I do have some obligations that I do need to jump off the call. But Firefighter Aid Ukraine's been working in Ukraine since 2014, and we do not intend on going anywhere. We intend on supporting first responders, doctors, paramedics, and other medical providers to the end of the war and then beyond, with the rebuilding of Ukraine as well. So I just want to say thank you very much for having me today, and Slava Ukraine.
Igor Kruk, please.
Okay, добрий вечір. Вітаю всіх знайомих, друзів в аудиторії, особливо тих, що не бачу. And I'd also greet all my virtual Rotary friends that I've met in the last couple of years on Zoom meetings. Before I start, I have to do an editorial correction. I'm not from Calgary, nowhere near. In fact, I'm with the Rotary Club of Sherwood Park, which is in the greater Edmonton conurbation. And those of you from North America that understand our hockey rivalries will know why I had to make the correction. Also, what I'd like to thank Pat for saying things which resonated deeply for me, because this is something that many of you, the majority of you, won't know at all. I am basically the fourth generation, or there's now fourth generation. I'm not the fourth, my son is the fourth, but there's 4 generations in my family which have now had to deal with Russian aggression in Ukraine. My grandfather fought against the Russians in the 1920s. My father fought against them during the Second World War. I fought against them with words during the Cold War, being a teacher of Russian in British grammar schools. And now my son here in Canada is having to do the same. And one of the things in terms of mental health that really hurts, particularly when it comes from Rotarians, is the recent programs for installing peace poles all over the world. And when we see Russian on those peace poles, it cuts to the core. So please, if any of you have any influence on anybody who is putting up those peace poles and suggesting that Russian has a place on them, do something about it.
Thank you. I've been asked to talk about an initiative which my Rotary Club undertook last year, in November, which came to fruition in November of 2025, but started a year before, in about November, December of 2024. And that is, last year in Banff, for the first time in 17 years, was held the National United Nations Conference. And that is an organization that is aimed for university students to bring to them how United Nations operates. We all know that Rotary has been involved with the United Nations in peacekeeping right from its very inception. So it was for us a no-brainer. And in fact, my colleague in the club, David Atkinson, who happens to be the past president of Grant MacEwan University, came up with this idea, and we've fully supported him. It was a $58,000 Canadian project to bring over students from Ukraine, from 4 universities. They came from a country, basically, as you have just lived, where sirens are heard every day, and they found themselves in the silence of the Canadian Rockies to learn diplomacy, peacekeeping, and global partnership. That's how the participation of Ukrainian youth took place on from November 23rd to the 28th, 2025 in Banff, in Canada. The project was supported by a fundraiser, which included grants from District 5370 and from the Rotary Foundation. As I said, the last time that the similar meeting was held in Canada was 17 years before. And this year's is scheduled in Barcelona. So if any of you have connections, you may want to replicate what we did by helping students from Ukraine come to Barcelona. A delegation from 4 Ukrainian universities, the National Ukrainian Kyiv Mohylianka University, the Ukrainian Catholic University, the Kyiv School of Economics, and the Alfred Nobel University in Dnipro arrived in Banff. There were 11 students and 4 faculty members who joined nearly 350 participants from around the world as part of the International Education Program National Model United Nations Canada. The conference combined diplomatic debate, the work of UN committees, modules on solving global environmental problems, a program on the culture of the Indigenous peoples of Canada, and study tours of Banff National Park. We made possible the participation of the Ukrainian delegation, along with collecting money from individual donors and several Ukrainian organizations. As I said, it was a project initiated by our club past president David Atkinson, subsequently approved by the club board. We sent letters to all District 5360, because it's Southern Alberta, and District 5370, which is ours, clubs, as well as funding applications, grant proposals to a number of Ukrainian Canadian funding organizations. The Rotary Club of Sherwood Park supported the initiative because of Rotary ties with the United Nations, especially in what was then the 80th anniversary year. And also the ideas of the conference echo the values of Rotary Peace Scholarships, and it's aimed at developing a new generation of leaders. For Ukrainian students, it was not just an opportunity to study in an international environment. It was a chance to feel safe. And here I'll just say on the margin, some of I see Olive and a couple of others may understand this, but when I was a first-year university student at Durham, I had a number of friends from Northern Ireland, and I asked them, why did they choose to come to England for university? And their answer was simply mind-boggling. It was gobsmacking. All they said was, I can sleep at night. And this is what we were able to give to these students. They were able to sleep at night, finally. Focus on the future, to discover new areas of knowledge, and to find friends in different countries of the world. They returned home as graduates of this short-term educational program and became an important part of positive change in their communities and ambassadors of Ukraine in the world. In fact, the group from Ukrainian Catholic University in Lviv is now setting up a Rotaract club at that institution. So that is one of the byproducts. Another unforeseen byproduct simply was one of the faculty members who came from Kyiv. He was reunited, albeit temporarily, with his mother, younger brother, and his wife, whom he last saw 3 years ago when they escaped the Russian invasion and had come to Calgary. And he also met for the first time a nephew who had been recently born in Calgary. So that basically sums up what we were able to do with the National Model United Nations to help Ukrainian students and Ukrainian post-secondary institutions participate in peace-building activities.
Thank you, Igor, for your report. And you're welcome to our district conference on Saturday. We will continue our discussion. And now I will follow microphone to Manuel Meyer from Switzerland. Very shortly, Manuel will explain you our jointly activities and sustainability 10th year project St. Nicholas Help Us. And during last 4 years, after full-scale invasion, Manuel Meyer personally took part in all these trips in front lines with St. Nicholas Help Us team, tried to organize for children early childhood during even such difficult war conditions. And they helped together with donations from Rotarians from different countries, but the team is from Switzerland, together with Dirk Lustig, elect director of Rotary Action Group for Peace. He is from Rotary Club Slavyansk, but could not join us today due to another meeting in Europe, where he is a speaker just now. But Manuel will share the jointly experience and from International Fellowship of Flying Rotarians from Switzerland. Short greetings, please, Manuel.
Hello, everyone. Dear Rotarians from all over the world, best regards to Kiev from Switzerland. It's an honor for me to speak to you. My name is Manuel Meyer, as she mentioned, a member of the International Fellowship of Flying Rotarian. Actually, Dirk, you see him behind me on the screen. I met him the first time in 2021 when we made the foundation ceremony of the Ukrainian squadron of the International Fellowship of Flying Rotarian in Lviv. And Dirk told me about the St. Nicolaus tour he is leading. Actually, since the beginning of the war in 2014. As the leader of the tour, going to children in schools and hospitals along the front line between Kharkiv and Odessa. I joined him and the team several times, and I saw myself that he personally, as being the Santa Claus and also the leader of this tour, organizing it, he makes so many children happy. In one tour per year, more than 1,000 children, bringing them joy and a useful gift during the week of Santa Claus every December, since 12 years. Last December, actually, Ola was also joining us and supported us until Kherson. That was a big pleasure. Thank you for that. So this year, it will be the 13th edition of the Santa Nicolaus Tour. And every single dollar, which I see directly, personally, is arriving at kids and making them a moment of joy. Children which are directly living at the front lines. For me, Dirk is a role model of a Rotarian. Unbelievable, tireless, being so active to support so many Rotarian projects, including the Santa Nicolaus Tour. So, with so much dedication, passion, and also braveness to be along the front line for several thousand kilometers year by year, I believe he much deserves to be honored with a Service Above Himself award. So a big, big thank you to the Dirk and the whole team, everybody supporting this great initiative. And you will see later on a movie, a short one, to have an insight about this tour. Freedom and independence for Ukraine, Slava Ukraine.
Героям слава. Thank you, Manuel. We will share a video about Dirk during our district conference because he will receive special award, Service Above Self award. And now we will follow microphone to Marsha Hund. She is the chair of Intercountry Committee USA-Ukraine and the Rotary Action Group for Peace representative. Marsha, please. Marsha? Marsha?
I'm here. You hear me?
Okay.
You hear me now? Well, thank you, Olha, and I just want to second what the gentleman is saying about Dirk. He's just tireless and just cares so much about the children in Ukraine. And also, he'll be the chair of the Rotary Action Group for Peace this next year, starting next week. And I'm one of the directors. And Olha wanted me to talk a little bit about the Rotary Action Group for Peace. And we are rooted in Rotary International's mission of advancing goodwill, understanding, and peace. We aim to be at the forefront of building a sustainable, peaceful world by providing a platform for individuals and communities to become intentional in peace building within themselves, their societies, and across the globe. And we achieve this with education, or we want to achieve this with education, engagement, and empowering people. And together we cultivate the skills, relationships, and commitment needed to create a more peaceful world. We've been touching a bit past RI President Gordon and Mary and Shab have all touched on this a little bit, but first we need to start with peace within ourselves. And over the years we have had Zoom classes and also classes, in-person seminars on meditation. We're also busy with all of our lives, especially all of you in Ukraine. You are the most resilient people I've ever seen in my life. We're busy with our families, our jobs, our homes, and of course Rotary. We have to take care of ourselves. As my mother used to say, you have to take care of yourself or you can't take care of anyone. And we have to recognize when we need to take a break from it all. Sometimes just all we need is like 10 minutes and just go meditate for 10 minutes or fix a cup of tea and have a cup of tea. Sometimes we need a day of just rest. And sometimes we just need a day of just doing what we want to do to rejuvenate ourselves. But as Rotarians, we need to recognize that we need to take care of our own minds and bodies. We need to have peace within ourselves. And education is the foundation of lasting peace, and peace building happens at 3 interconnected levels: individual, we've just been talking about, community, and global. Individual peace includes peace in our homes. Community peace includes peace in our schools, peace in our neighborhoods, peace in our cities and towns. And of course, global peace, which is much more difficult. But strengthening knowledge and expertise at every level lays the groundwork for sustainable peace, and peace education emphasizes positive peace and the social structures, policies, and relationships that actively promote harmony. Within our positive peace umbrella, we teach the 8 pillars of peace: low levels of corruption, acceptance of the rights of others, free flow of information, sound business environment, high levels of human capital, equitable distribution of resources, good relations with neighbors, and a well-functioning government. And these 8 pillars of peace tie in perfectly with the 7 areas of focus with Rotary. And we engage people. We want to engage clubs to become peace builder clubs. And also, Dirk has a chapter, we have chapters also where peace builder clubs can join together in areas to work in chapters and groups. And we empowerment thrives when individuals are engaged and educated. The Rotary Action Group for Peace fosters empowerment by equipping members with knowledge and opportunities to take action with Rotary Action Group for Peace, and their communities. And true empowerment means having the influence and resources to build positive peace. By applying the 8 pillars of positive peace, members can drive impactful initiatives locally and globally. We can all make a gesture towards peace every single day. The smallest gesture is important, no matter how small or how big the peace gesture is. In the words of Mother Teresa, peace begins with a smile. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. And we have very shortly report from Helping Ukraine Foundation from Atlanta, from United States, from Georgia, District 6900. And Olga, please, microphone in yours, and you will share a short video from our friends from FODA Group.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, dear Rotarian family. I'm proud to be here. I am Ukrainian American. I flew yesterday from Georgia, Atlanta, Gwinnett County, and I'm here to share the short story about love. And this love started in 2022 when my boss, Emery Morsberger, first time came to Ukraine to meet Dr. Olha Palichuk because he was one of the Rotarians from Atlanta, Georgia, who put his money in first shipping of medical equipment to Ukraine. And Olha met him and showed him Ukraine. And after few weeks, he came back home and he started helping Ukraine-US Foundation. And after 4 years, this foundation of one man, he is 70 years old. He is father of 7 daughters and 12 grandkids. He was able to fundraise $1,750,000 and receive $5 million in medical equipment. And he's still working on it every day. First time when my husband Steve and I met him in 2022 and we had dinner together, his first question was, Ola, how are you going to celebrate victory in Ukraine? 2022. I was sitting like this. Really? Then, of course, I invited him to Kyiv. I still have home here and my family here. And when we came back home, my husband told me, actually, you are not Ukrainian, Ola. Emery is Ukrainian because he believes to Ukraine. He trusts to Ukraine and he asks people to help Ukraine every time. And sometime when I don't call our donors, and he's calling me and he asks me, how many calls did you make today? And ask people to help Ukraine. I feel guilty. You know, I'm Ukrainian. I want to introduce Emery Morsberger and Chris Brandt, our best friends, and of course, Gwinnett County Rotary Club. And thank you, International Rotary. And thank you, all our international friends. If you never have been to Ukraine, please come. You will fall in love. Thank you.
Good evening from Georgia, USA. My name is Emery Morsberger. I am a Rotarian, founder of Helping Ukraine US, and most importantly, a friend of Ukraine. It is an honor to join you as Rotary Ukraine celebrates its 10th anniversary and as America marks 250 years of freedom. When I first traveled to Ukraine in 2022, I came to deliver humanitarian aid. What I found was something far more powerful, extraordinary people. One of the first people I met was Dr. Olha Palachuk. I call her Florence Nightingale, and I met the Rotary leaders of Ukraine. Together, we built partnerships between Americans and Ukrainians based on trust, friendship, and service. Those partnerships grew into helpingukraine.us. Together, with Rotary clubs, FODAC, hospitals, churches, businesses, and community organizations, we have delivered more than $5 million in medical and humanitarian aid and impacted more than 60,000 lives. But what I am most proud of is not the numbers, it is the friendships we have built, the lives we have touched, and the hopes we have created together. As we look to the future, our commitment remains strong. We will continue supporting children, healthcare, rehab, and resilient communities across Ukraine. Because the story of Ukraine is not only about surviving war, it is about building peace, restoring communities, and creating stronger futures. Thank you for allowing us to stand with you on that journey. We are proud to be your partners and even more proud to be your friends. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава! Thank you, Anne-Marie, and Great Atlanta, Georgia team. And we have very short greetings from...
Hello, my name is Chris Brand.
Chris Brand.
I am President and CEO of Friends of Disabled Adults and Children, also a proud Rotarian of many, many years. We are thrilled to have been very closely tied to relief and direct support early on in the Ukraine effort through our Rotary networks here in Atlanta, Georgia, and working with folks all over the world, all over Europe, all over the United States to get relief that way, and turned $1 million worth into $4 million on our watch to improve lives and help hospitals with critical needs, generators to move water, oxygen equipment, ventilators, incubators for children, surgical equipment, just so many air flights of shipment of medical supplies over there that we coordinated and continue to work now with helping Ukraine as we try to wrap up and get to a peace and a resolution with this terrible conflict. But we're very thrilled to and honored to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Rotary in Ukraine, and we're excited to come out and be with you and elbow to elbow to help with some of the rebuilding once that begins.
Thank you, Chris Brandt. Continue to stand with Ukraine together. And we have a very short report from Japanese Rotarians, and we will finish our event today. And yes, sorry, because we have online our friends from United States. Please.
I just counted that during these 4 years, our Rotary Club Kiev Sofia, worked and organized project with clubs from 10 different states. And now my privilege, and I would like to invite and to ask to say a couple of words, two brilliant members of Rotary International, Marlene Frank from Colorado, and Brian Hoffman from Iowa. Please, lady first. Brian, if you are with us, just a couple of words. Brian Hoffman. Unfortunately, sorry about it. Marlene Frank, can you join us? Marlene Frank from Colorado, District 5440. Yeah.
I'm unmuted now, and I appreciate being able to
attend this meeting and have become more enthusiastic. Our club has done quite a bit of support for Ukraine through various medical supplies and school help with windows, and we're about to have another meeting and vote on some more support. So again, this is a very, very good meeting, and I appreciate being asked to participate. Keep it up, everybody.
As I can see the list of participants of our meeting, I believe my friends from Minnesota are there, and I'd like to introduce my friends from Minnesota. But before I do that, I would like to recall those times when it was about 5 years ago, when the Russian invasion of Ukraine began. So that time, one day, I, as a president of Rotary Club of Mykolaiv, have got email first, and next day the direct phone call from the man who I didn't know at the time. That was Todd Thompson, the president of Rotary Club Northfield from Minnesota. And he claimed the initiative of their club to provide all possible help to the miserable people of Mykolaiv who were badly suffering from the severe shelling and missiles attacks from the Russian troops. So he invited me to participate online in the meeting of their club, and very soon my image was streamed live on the big wall screen of the Rotary Club of Northfield during their meeting. My speech turned into the dialogue, and eventually the result of this meeting was a fundraising from all club members of Rotary Club Northfield in favor of the people, the customers of the nursery home for elderly people in Mykolaiv, and very soon our club have received in our bank account an appropriate amount, and we purchased all needed medical equipment and items of daily needs for people whose building was badly damaged and almost destroyed during the last attacks of Russian troops. So, speaking about this help, it's less about physical amount, it's more about the solidarity of Rotarians, it's more about their compassion, their empathy, and their concern towards Ukrainian people. So, and now I'm happy to introduce the participants, the club members of Rotary Club of Northfield, the president of club, and Lemming, Steve. Steve is the needs of Ukraine is just not a theory for him. He was for a long time employee of USAID office here in Kiev, and that was his daily routine to help in Ukraine. And Brad Frego with him as well, my good friend. So guys, this is your turn. The floor is yours. We are all here to listen from you. A few words. Thank you very much.
From Northfield, Minnesota. I'm Ann Lemming, the president of our Rotary Club here. And we are very much in support of you in Ukraine. And I'm going to turn it over to the folks who have worked on the projects for you, Steve Silcox and Brad Frego.
Greetings from Minnesota. Just for your background information, I served with USAID in Ukraine for 3.5 years from 1997 until 2001, and I worked in the Economic Growth Office. and have visited Ukraine a number of times since then, both for work and pleasure. And so I have a soft spot in my heart for Ukraine. We supported the Lviv hospital through the Lviv International Rotary Club to bring a brain monitor, to buy a brain monitor that deals with children, babies who are born with asphyxia. So that has been put into an operation for a good year now. And Brad can explain some other possibilities that we gave as well. We very much support Ukraine in all of their efforts, and we keep them in mind. And we actually have supported another Rotary Club project to train Ukrainian surgeons in how to deal with amputees in Ukraine. We supported that project, I think, out of White Bear Lake, Minnesota. So thank you for having us participate in your gathering, and we look forward to further cooperation.
Thank you, and I want to thank Andre for Cherepano. I'd like to thank Andre Cherepano for being a friend over the years. We were both presidents of our Rotary clubs back in 22 and 23, and I had a chance to meet Andre at a Rotary convention. He's been here to Northfield a few times as well, so we really appreciate that, and we look forward to continuing to work with Ukraine as we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, friends, for your support, for your standing with Ukraine, and thanks all participants for joining our event online and offline here in Hall. And you're welcome to Cherkasy after one day for our 10th anniversary District 2232 Rotary International anniversary.
This is a real test.
Чекала Івана Гілка, він мені 3 рази написав, що він зараз.